Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is up about 1.9% there. On the S&P Nasdaq 1.8, semiconductor 2.5, Dow 2, along the Russell 2000 and transport banks made a move of a 3.4% positive. Energy, biotech, health, home builders, and healthcare, these guys are up. Looks like utilities and emerging market, only two sectors lagging a little bit. Retail 2.4%. Looks like Bitcoin is up, gold, silver, miners pretty much flat. Dollar down, oil up, treasury bond down. VIX is down about 8% there. Let's do it. S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed yesterday. And it looks like we actually saw that gap up this morning. And this is exactly what we talked about on the last night's analysis, that buyers, they desperately seeking some kind of a jump start and need to stay above 382 or so, because as you can see, we got that 380 resistance here, and then all the moving averages, they were hanging out in this vicinity. So this is a level where you can see, first of all, that micro-term moving average. That micro-term moving average has been the kryptonite for the buyers. You can see what acted as support in the past. It's been acting as a resistance brutally for the last 4 trading sessions. It seems like every single time when buyers trying to make a move here, that micro-term moving average inevitably acted as strong resistance. And yesterday, the buyers were able to run it back up and close the day right on that short micro-term moving average. And I suggest the fact that just because this level is such a strong resistance level this entire week, it's probably the best case if they can see some kind of a gap up or some sort of shenanigan up move to avoid to jump over this fence. So when this gapped over at 382 right here, and that's a good looking gap up just because it was able to get above the micro term, get above the short term, get above the horizontal resistance at 380, and it got above my mid-term moving out. You can see this is where we opened up this morning. We did see a little bit of fluctuation on that first hour, as you can see right here, that because we gapped over it, right? Gapped over the horizontal resistance. So now prior resistance is now acting as new support, as you can see right here. And that's why it was important for the buyers to make that move quickly, right? And that's they were able to do that this morning. And so once we did see a little bit of downturn, acted as support right here at 380, and then price gone back up, and then ever since then it was able to hold the price, and the gap is still remaining open. And with that price action today, as you can see, we're back above the mid-term moving average, we're back above the micro-term moving average, and we're back above the short-term moving average as of today. And now we are holding above that 380 to 380, that important pivotal level here. And looks like bulls are trying really, really hard to get up and fill that gap at 390. All the problem that came about this week, as we talked about when it first happened, that this down gap, when this down gap first opened up, we talked about the fact that if that down gap doesn't get filled as quickly as possible, things are going to be very hectic for the buyers, for the bulls, just because we've been in this midterm downtrend this entire year. Bears been just slaughtering the bulls every chance they can get. So any kind of opening, right? Any kind of down gap, that is sustained, it's gonna pose a threat for the buyers, and you can see things got very, very hectic. And I have to say, bulls dodged a bullet, because not only this down gap was open, earlier this week. Was it this week? Yes, on Monday. Not only that, bears opened up this down gap And bulls were able to get up and fill that down gap very, very quickly, right? And then they had another huge down gap yesterday. And then bulls got up and filled that one again. That's the only reason why we're up here at 385. Bulls having a chance to possibly fill this down gap once for all going into early next week. So, and that bulls, if they want to survive the month of July, they must protect this gap with everything they have. And it's been quite some time here, about a month or so, that bulls did a good job making sure that this up gap that opened up in early June, that up gap has been protected. Now we got this up gap that bulls are working with. We got another gap here that opened up this morning. If they can somehow sustain this up gap, as long as they can, right, and protect it, and then go up and fill this gap, there's still a chance. There's still a chance that 400 is possible. Keep in mind the 390 is an important pivot. You can see right here, right? We talked about that level where when we got to this level, this is a level that buyers must reclaim and thrust above. And you can see when we did see that, when we didn't see follow through move, things got very hectic. It looks like bulls are trying one more time to get up here and potentially break above 390. But before we break above 390, keep in mind that down gap must be filled. I also have my long-term moving average here. You see that moving average. This is a new moving average I've added into my 65-minute chart here. As you can see, that long-term moving average coming down right here. This is where all the boss bears are hanging around. You can see right there. That's also hanging out at 390. So not only we have a long-term moving average at 390, we also have a down gap in that vicinity. That's a horizontal resistance. We have a triple resistance in that vicinity. 390 is a must, it's a level that bulls must break above. 390 is a level for the bears to must protect if you want to see lower prices. So levels are clear going into the next week. 380, 382, 382, 380, the levels for the buyers to protect and make sure this entire up gap is protected, right? If you want to see any kind of hold for the month of July for the buyers, for the sellers, make sure 390 is protected if you do not want to see buyers marching higher for 400. Let's check out that oscillator. See if we can extract any more information. So we've been having these bullish divergence fast. You can see here, we actually had another one here. Right here. See right there? We got these bullish divergence fast here. We got the bullish divergence here, and then market made a move. We got a bullish divergence here, market made a move. We got a bullish divergence here, and market is making a move to the upside. But you can see we're getting near to that overbought level. We do have a little bit of space here. Bulls can utilize. I mean, we're getting there. Bulls are getting tired. So this is a level where the best case scenario, I think, for the buyers is having another up gap, potentially above, 390. I mean, if we can see something like that and thrust and hold above 390 for entire day Monday, because if we start fizzling around too long here, let's say on Monday comes around, this thing comes down a little bit and start fizzling around like this, and then this oscillator start curling down, well, you know what happened last couple times? Things got very, very dramatic, very, very quickly. So this is not a level you want to think, oh my God, bulls are going to have this one for the entire next week. No, things can get ugly very, very quickly in this vicinity unless bulls make very, very fast transition. They must continue to push and keep that momentum. It's all about the momentum right now because the market has been in this sideways move for about a month or so. Excuse me. They need to keep this momentum going, and they gotta keep pushing, and they got to make that price elevated and stay above 390 if the bulls wanna see 400. If not, the price gets stagnant here and hang around beneath the 390, 389 level here. Things could still get ugly. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening and go train tomorrow.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.